Hi there, thanks for joining me today. I hope you can hear me okay. I feel like recording now, but my microphone is portable and needs to be recharged. And guess who didn't recharge her microphone? So, and I've got the time now to do a little video, so I'm just going to do my best to speak clearly. Hopefully you can hear me all right. And yeah, let's do this. And you're probably wondering, why have you got this out? And I use it as a stencil when with distress ink, but I'm also using it for something different. I've been working on Refined Edith, the red one, and she's coming along so nice. Her text block is in. Oh, by the way, I have a thrift haul. So I'm just going to tell you what I'm working on here, and then I'm going to go grab my stuff, and we can do a bit of thrift haul. So I'm working on Refined Red Edith, and I have her end papers are going to be plain. Let me grab them. They're going to be like this, and I just thought that's a lot of brown, and I like brown, and I like shades of brown. I find it very peaceful, a very natural color, but I felt like it needed some color somewhere. And so what I decided to do, and it's painstakingly slow, but I used this as my template, and you probably can't see, there's little pencil marks all the way down here, and I'm having to go along there, and I'm using the little side of my crocodile, and I'm punching all these little holes because I don't have one that's just holes, that's an edge chomper. So I'm having to do each hole one by one. A journal is worth it, especially for me when it's a particular thing that I want done. If this is probably going to take me about 2 hours. I don't mind. I did get the little date plaque ready, but it's not going to go in until I glue in the end papers, and they're not glued in yet. So once this end paper is glued into place, then I did get I made it look nice, and I put it on heavier, I put it on an offcut of this actually, and I think I'll put some brads on it just for a little decor, and I will put it here, and I think I'll just glue either side so it can be a tiny little tuck spot just in the front. And never say never. You know I'm terrible for changing my mind. I'm tempted to leave the front plain for the next owner to have fun with. So, that said, we'll see if that's the end case when I'm done. But that's what I will be working on later, but I'm going to have to do the thrift haul first. I started working on doing some of the ephemera. Hold on, I'm going to pause because I have to sneeze. No sneeze, it was teasing me. Now what was I going to say? Oh, things started catching my eye in the text block. Oh, I want to make this. Oh, I want to make this. And I realized I need to finish both naked journals so that I can split up what ephemera I'm going to make as fairly as I can. And it'll be in different ways, because this book is thicker and has more pages, but Green Edith is has a larger surface area. She's still got a lot of pages. So her text block, her signatures are ready to go. And so I'm probably going to watch TV and sew her text block together this evening. They're ready to go. And then I can get that in. And then once I have the 2 Naked Ediths ready, oh my. Once I have the 2 Naked Ediths ready, then I'll be better able to make sure that I'm being fair with all the goodies. And I had another chance to look through the text block. I'm still going to try my best to stick to the challenge. But I am seeing that a lot of the illustrations in the book are like family photos, and it is going to be a challenge for me. And I'm still going to try. I'm going to try so hard to stick to my challenge, even if it has to be very simple journals, so that maybe someone who loves Edith Holden might say, yeah, that's the book for me, and then they can have fun putting Edith Holden or putting more color into the book. These may end up being very shades of brown journals. Anyhow, that said, that's why I need a bit of color here. And my way of color is I'm going to put these holes, I'll hold it up closer so you can see there. And then what I plan on doing is weaving in and out a little satin thread. You know, those really, really tiny thin satin threads? I'm hoping I've got one in a nice warm red. If I don't have warm red, I would do, I'd either do a mustardy gold, or I'd even do a lovely foresty green. Foresty green would be really nice. Yeah, I think I'd do green over the gold. Anyhow, and what got me realizing that I need to finish 2 Naked books first before I start playing, because I could end up unfair, is I got started here. I have 2 of the Edwardian Lady, so I am going to be able to split them up. So this one, the Refined Edith, I'm going to put it there so that it's hiding behind. And when you open it up, ooh, ta-da! Do you know what I mean? And then this sweet little thing, it's a drawing that Edith did for a Friends magazine. I think it was called the Friends magazine. And there were 2 of these. So one, now of course I can't find the other one. I guess it doesn't matter. You'll see it when I do it. Which worked out well. So one will go in this one, the other one will go in Green Edith, and I will tuck this one down here. And again, there'll be sort of a little surprise when you lift the Dutch door. There will be these. Have you got something up your nose, or are you just snorting? Not you. Kirby, she's over here. Hey, Kirby, what's going on? Did something roll under there? Did you have a piece of kibble roll under the cupboard? Oh, I think I have to go get a piece of kibble out from underneath the cupboard. I'll be right back. I was right. There's a piece of kibble under the cupboard. Boy, you get the real deal with my exciting episodes over here. Getting dog kibble out from under cupboards in the middle of a junk journaling video. Did you do it again? You know what? You need to go to your bowl and get another piece of kibble. You've got a whole bowl full of kibble over there. Oh, she's a hoot. So there we go. The text block is in. I am so happy. I've got a beautiful pinch. Oh, let's put that up there. I want to fit that in somehow. I've got a beautiful pinch, which means I've got lots of room to have fun in this lady. Oh, maybe I'll put you, because it's nice and long. Maybe I will put you over in. Yeah, sorry, refined Edith, but this is going in this one. And again here, I've got a really nice pinch there, which gives me lots of room to play. Neither one's going to be overly lacy, but there will be some. So that's the update on the Ediths. And what I'm up to with her. I guess I better not put this away because I'm going to be chomping for a while when I'm done here. I got something on Amazon. I like it very much, but I was disappointed in another way, so I thought I'd share it. I needed a new alphabet stamp. You know how I like to use individual letters and then they come out all over the place? They're not even because you have to do it one at a time. I find it very peaceful and therapeutic. And a regular, a nature journalist that I follow uses these, so I ordered them. And they're nice. They're in, you know, they're made of wood and they're nice. I'm going to show you in a second. I'm hiding it for a reason. Problem is the box that I got is so dark that I can't see the letters very well on the ends of these stamps. I don't know whether I think it is because the staining is too dark. But on the other hand, I also know my vision is not the best. So I don't know whether it's a little bit of both, or but I know for a fact that's very dark stain to try and see what those are. Anyhow, I thought they accepted returns, but I just thought, you know what, it was sealed in plastic, so they're not going to know whether the next set they send me is still too dark of a stain for me to see the letters. And I thought, I'm not that fussy. So, and I've got my good old Dymo label printer. So this actually, I'm okay with this. I can see my letters at a glance to grab them and use them. I'm very happy. I'm happy with the container. Although because they're a little bit wobbly in here, it makes it hard to close it shut. But that's okay because it's just, my desk is big enough that I've got plenty of room over here to just leave it out all the time. And I think it's going to get a lot more use that way than the little set that I was using. I'll be able to kiss it goodbye. And it was worn out anyways. It was one of those little stamp sets that I got. You know the temptation things that Michael's craft store puts while you're waiting for the cash register, and there's all those bins of things to tempt you. Oh yeah, I need that. Oh yeah, I don't mind that. And I got a tiny little alphabet set out of one of those bins a couple years ago. But boy, I sure got my money out of it. But it is starting to fall apart. They keep falling off, and I keep trying to glue them back on. And anyhow, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to finish again. Maybe it's something I can do tonight, is finish putting the labels on the rest of these, and then they'll be easier to see. So there you go. If you're interested, just type in alphabet stamps in Amazon, Several different sellers sell this exact same one. So just find the cheapest one because they're all made by the same company. They all have this exact same box. I don't know how that works. Anyhow, let me go grab my stuff and we will go through my little tiny thrift haul. Okay, so my first things actually weren't thrifted. I went to Staples. But if you're like me, I know you're interested. I couldn't find my date stamp anywhere. I have looked everywhere. I cannot find my date stamp. And I caved and went and got a new date stamp. So I've got it. I've got a new date stamp. Now this one's self-inking, and I'm not sure I'm very happy about that. But I know that I can always punch down on an ink pad and then punch down if I need to eventually, or else go out and buy one of the ink pads that apparently you can refill it with one of their ink pads, which bugs me, but anyhow. So I got a new date stamp. With the letters that I have to do for my little alphabet stamps, I didn't want to run out of my Dymo, so I got a new refill for it, and I'm hoping this is the correct one. Fortunately, important things that I need to sometimes get when I'm out and I think, oh, I wanted to get this, I take photos of them. And I have a file in my camera photos folder of my things that there's a certain brand or a certain size that I really like. And that way I remember. But then Dymo went and changed the packaging. So I'm going to need to, if this is the right one, I'm going to need to take a new picture and put this one in that file folder in my phone. So, and I love my dark red pen so much. The one I got the other day, I got 2 more. So I just love it. And if I can't find that red pen, I'd be really mad at myself. So now I have 3. And now I'm happy. So I'm one of those people. I like to know that I'm ready to go if something I have runs out. I don't want to go, oh, I have to stop everything and go get it. I like to know, oh, I'll go get another one off my shelf. Alrighty, so let's get started. Let's start with a little old book that I got, and isn't she sweet? Look how cute she is. And I don't even know what this book is. Lucy McCulloch, North Bruce, Ontario. Well, I'm going to have to find you, Lucy McCulloch. It says here October 1900. So that's when I thought, okay, this is old. Of the Imitation of Christ, 4 books. Well, I got one of them. And there's no date in it. So I'm glad somebody wrote at least that it's 1900. But I haven't gone online yet. Place. Sorry. I haven't gone online yet. Oh, it looks like there are 4 books in one. The 4th book. And it's in here. Okay. Oh, what's that? Is it a $100 bill? No. It is wherever somebody fell asleep and didn't finish reading. Yeah, no $100 bills, you guys. Okay. I'm not rich yet. Oh, well. I'm rich in the important ways, right? As our moms always say, you're rich in the things that are important. This is really, oh, this is going to be fun. And it's red, and she's pretty. I don't know what that says. This is all worn off, so whoever published it, I have no idea. Did it say there? North Bruce, Ontario. I don't even know where North Bruce is. Oh, there we go. Hearst and Company. New edition. Oh, so it's been published before, and this is the new edition. This will be a fun little book to do. That's just a nice, sweet little size. It's a little bit thicker, so I can have a little bit of fun with her. She's going to be fun. I love grabbing books like this. It's a sketchbook. And oh, it looks like it got stepped on at one point. Fortunately, they didn't step on the papers. That I don't mind. I just like these because that's a great size for a signature to fold it in half. I like to leave these holes. So what I will usually do is, and I'm just going to show you what I do, but I'm not going to do it right now because it can still take a while. See how they bend this wire is straighten it out. Use your needle nose pliers that you should have a pair of. And don't mess around and get crafty ones. Go to your hardware store and get some tough needle nose pliers because we are tough women. And well, it looks like somebody already got started here. And then what I do is I unscrew this, and then you'll have lovely papers, and your holes will still be okay. So somebody saved some of their artwork, but I would dare say there's still a lot left. Anyhow, happy with that. What was that? 79 cents. That's a good deal for that. I would pay more for that at the store. I got a package of books for $1.49. Christian. Why would books Christian? These are Beatrix Potter books. I wonder why it would say Christian. I think they meant children, because these were over in the children's section. Anyhow, there were 2 books in here that I didn't want, so I just take them out and hand them back to the lady at the time. But let's see what we got. A little green Peter Rabbit. So I might have fun with this little green Peter Rabbit. And these pages are already creamy. So it's not an old one, though. I'm hoping that that is cleanable. Where's my alcohol? Let's see. Oh yeah, that comes off. Kelly was telling me, Kelly of Book and Paper Arts. Hi, Kelly, if you're watching. In the UK, to get rubbing alcohol, you need a prescription. Whereas here, you can get, I mean, I get mine at Dollar Tree and Dollarama. Oh yeah, these are, some of these, I don't want them for the cover. I just want them to Sarah J. Very good. Huh. I just want the folios. So all of these, I really am done making journals out of Beatrix Potter books, but I love the folios, as you could see from last week's tea dyeing session that I had. So I've had 2 weeks in a row now where I've done 10 pages a day, and then I've had a few days where I threw in a few extras. So I've had a really good 2 weeks. And you know what? That reminds me, while we're talking about Beatrix Potter, I don't know if any of you who do post little videos in the Reels on Instagram have found I was finding a really bizarre pattern when I was posting to the Reels on Instagram, that within minutes I was getting bots following me that have no followers, that are just slowly clicking on join, or follow, subscribe. But only when I would post a reel. So, and apparently Instagram, if they think that your account is purely to try and get as many followers as you can, apparently they will freeze and close down your account. There's one particular artist I like in particular. She's so good, she gets that many followers. Instagram has shut her down twice because they thought she was fake. And so I just thought, I don't need this. So if you're wondering what happened to all those little videos, I don't know if you were enjoying them. I was enjoying making them, but I don't need bots following me on Instagram. So I went and deleted all the reels, and I blocked those bots. And interestingly enough, within 1 hour of taking down all my reels, the bot followers stopped. So something's going on. I tried to do a Google search on what it is, and I can't find anything, so it must be relatively new, because I wasn't finding any information on it. Where is she? I think I need to take her outside. We'll get to this one, because I'm really happy about this one, and I bet you can tell why. Hold on. And we had success. Yes. So, you can see here, not that you needed to know that, but the dog lovers will appreciate it. Anyhow, I was happy to spot this because it's French. So that's a treat. I've never found a French one. Now, I don't know whether this one has sewn in signatures still. Sometimes, see, I can see little marks there, and I'm crossing my fingers. Yes! Sometimes some paperbacks still have the signatures sewn in, and I was lucky this time it did. I was willing to deal with it even if it didn't. But I may have to trim the edges of the pages because of that black mark there. But that's okay. I can deal with that. So I was very happy with these to get 4 of them for $1.49, was it? And the lady, I just said here, I opened the package after I cashed out, and I said, can I redonate these, please? I only wanted the Beatrix Potter. And she said, oh, okay. So I guess that doesn't get done very often. Now I found these. I'm hoping that I can trim that off and just have the rows. So let's see. The plastic certainly feels old enough that it's not even pliable anymore. This is Carlton Cards. Rust Craft. I don't think they exist anymore. And it says Scarborough, and Scarborough was absorbed into Toronto now. So if you know about Scarborough, you still call it Scarborough, but it's really part of Toronto now. I grew up in Scarborough, so to me, Scarborough will always be Scarborough. But it's all metropolitan Toronto now. But, there we go. If I was Nancy, I'd save this and make something out of it. Maybe I should. Maybe I should do it just for Nancy. There. put that aside. I figured even if just for the cute little envelopes, because they're already yellowed. So goodness knows how old these are. Let's see where the little sympathy note is. I think, where's a ruler? I could take that off. See what I mean? I hope that is, let me come down. See what I mean? I can cut off the thank you for your sympathy and just have the rose. And then inside, I can cover that up in some other way. We're very creative, us junk journalers, so I can recover that with some tea-dyed paper or something pretty. And so that's, oh rats, I forget what I paid for those. Oh well, it wasn't much. So there, that's good. I needed a better container for my paintbrushes. And I'm finding I like clear containers. I've had, these are my most commonly used paintbrushes. Oh, I should back out again. There we go. These are, there we go, my most commonly used paintbrushes. The wide ones usually are for Mod Podge when I have fast applications, but sometimes they're also for paint. If I'm painting fabric to cover a spine, a homemade spine or whatever. I love this mug. Isn't that great? It's almost like a rainbow, and it says be amazing. So I'm looking forward to actually using the mug again as a mug. But I'm really finding that I like clear. I like clear for my storage boxes, for my ephemera, so it's easier for me to find things that I can't find, like my date stamp. Who knows where it is? And I was able to get 2 clear ones that I like. So I've got a lot of short ones in here, and I figured in the smaller container, oh, I'll use this paper. I like this one. I like it because it's square. This would also be good for water. Same with this one, it's square. Those of you who are painters, I don't know if you have found this, but for my water containers, for when I'm at home, not painting out in fresh air, but if I'm at home, I really like my water container to be square. They're harder to tip over when I bump into them, which I always do. So when I can find square containers, I really am a happy painter. And I found these 2, which I'm really happy with. But I think for now I'm going to use them to put paintbrushes in. And there we go. Let's just get started, shall we? Those are taller. None of them are very tall, because if you've followed me for very long, you know that I'm notorious for snapping off the ends of long paintbrushes. I don't like long paintbrushes, which is unusual for artists. Many artists like to hold the end of their paintbrush so that they can get a looser technique in their artwork, or else so that they can lean it on something and have a little bit of control when they're painting something. But I don't enjoy, I find it gets in my way, hence my knocked over water dishes. hence me discovering that I really enjoy square ones. And I have square ones in many areas. Square vases. I find these ones in the vase section, so, or vase, whatever you prefer to call them, for plants. Now this one was a bit more expensive. Oh, sorry, I banged into you. This one was a bit more expensive. It was $1.59, but I really loved it. Are you going to leave a mucky mess? I think I might use my hairdryer on it a little later. It's going to make a mucky mess. I just liked it because it's heavy. It's got this base that comes out, which I loved even more. And it's just going to be handy. Now, I've also found over the years that for my dip pens, it's easier to keep them with my paintbrushes. I realized that I remember where they are better when they're with my paintbrushes. So I keep my dip pens, not my fountain pens. My fountain pens are over here. But my dip ones I keep in with my paintbrushes. Now what are you doing in there? Obviously I was going to be looking for that sooner or later. Mind you, I have two, so that's why I hadn't noticed it was hiding. And my thing. Okay. So, what are you doing over there? You come over here. And that way I actually have room because I have a container over here with more of my fat brushes that I can put into, oh, you go in there. You were trying to hide with your friends. And then I can take this downstairs and put it in my dishwasher and maybe have my tea in it tomorrow. And then I can be amazing. Great. And then whoever is with me, you know, if Dan's sitting across from me having his tea, he can be amazing too, because he'll read it from the other side. I love that. So I don't know why I just did that, because I'm going to have to take the price tags off them. So, and I might run them through the dishwasher actually as well. But I love this one because it's really super heavy. And I love when glass has flaws in it, like bubbles and stuff. This one's just really cool. So I'm a happy girl. This one was only 99 cents. This one was more expensive but smaller. I'm a happy girl. Happy girl. Let me move this for now. I got myself a fun necklace. Oh, look at the time we're at. I've already gone too far. Can I get it off? I've got it on and it's tangled up. I got myself a fun necklace. So I like it. So there we go. I had it doubled, but I can wear it single and tie a knot in it. You know what I mean? And then the last thing, I probably didn't need it, but is handles. Because there's nothing like a good handle on the cover of a book that needs some drama, right? For opening the book. So, I mean, a bag of handles. Isn't that awesome? Obviously, somebody was making over their an old buffet and hutch or something. But these are fantastic. And this part, this is what you have to watch for if you want to start putting hardware on your journals, is you don't want these stems here to be too long, or else they stick through the other side of your cover. But that's a good width. That will fit nicely through a cover and not be too infringe on the text block or leave dents in your text block, because there was another bag there of more handles. But the posts on the other side were too long. So there's a few different kinds in here. Where's the other kind so I can show you before I bid you adieu? Here it is. Won't that be nice? Like, wouldn't this be cool on a Dickens Christmas book as the door knocker for Scrooge's door that turned into Marley's face? I just love it. My challenge is I have to take one of each over to my Home Depot and find the right little short screw that fits in there. And so, because none of them had the screws with them. So the people that replaced their handles on whatever cabinet it was didn't think to let me have all the screws that went with them. Oh boy, my hands feel grimy. Oh, another one. Oh, my imagination is just going. Oh, now I want to do an Ebenezer Scrooge book. I always focus on the Cratchits. Maybe Scrooge needs his own book next year, next Christmas. And they're really nice and patinaed. There's splashes of black paint on it. These are really, really cool. I've got way too many. So if I ever get visitors at my studio, remind me and say, Catherine, can I have a handle? And I'll give you a handle. But I'm not popping these in the mail. But if you come visit me, come on. If you're going east past Toronto, say, Catherine, I want to stop in. I want to get a handle. I need to get a grip. I'll give you a handle because I got a whole bag here. I hope you enjoyed today's thrift haul and today's Staples visit and my stamps, my little hand stamper things. I'll show you how they look later, and my update on the two Ediths. So take care. Have a great rest of your day, and maybe we'll talk tomorrow. Maybe I'll get to work on Edith and turn my camera back on. Take care. Thanks for joining me.